You blew it.
Oh, you blew it.
Welcome to
Let's go.
the WW
Now.
Evolve Post Review with your hosts, the invisible man and woman, for real, Terrell and CJ Wolfie. Hear these thoughts in Coach FCHW. EOD the Wrestling Hub and Channery Tara. We are the number one WW Evolve Post Review in the world. Just ask Fightful.
Sucks, Chewy Martinez sucks. Oh, shoot, we live. Oh, dang.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Evolve, episode 66. Thanks to Terrell for that. Chewy does suck. Welcome to episode 66 of the post review of Evolve. Evolve Succession number 3. I'm joined today, minus here these thoughts. He's around the world enjoying stuff. And Brian, FCHW, still recuperating and helping Anya Rune, the Uwu lady, from her accident. I'm joined today with the all-star cast of EOD 33 Wrestling Hub. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
Short and sweet, like that. Shauna Reed's Horror. How are you, ma'am?
I am here and excited for last night and to see what's to come starting next week.
Yes. Terrell, take it away.
What up, everybody? My name is For Real Terrell, and this is my wife, the beautiful Werewolf.
Hello, it's CJ Wolfie. How y'all doing?
And together we are For Real Love. And this is the Evolve Post Review by PUWF, the podcast of underappreciated wrestling fans. Oh, yes, indeed, man. We are here with Shauna Reed's Horror. How you doing, girl?
I am here.
Oh, yeah. And then we also have the wise man, the oracle, the one that knows all and sees all and would tell you like it is, EOD 33. Even without the glasses. And last but certainly not least, we got the man him. And last but certainly not least, we have the man himself, the myth, the legend, Mr. Invisible, Alex Coquito.
Thank you, sir. Also, I like to call myself the soothsayer because everything I've been saying about Evolve has been coming out true as diamonds, ladies and gentlemen.
AKA the love guru, AKA Al Pacino, AKA Carlito's Way 3 coming to you soon.
I wish it would show the part where you got arrested for 5 years, but they never did. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, in this episode of Evolve, we're going to talk about Succession number 3, the outcome, the possibilities of future things, and more. But I want to say, shout out to Nikita, shout out to Wendy, shout out to Cale Dixon, shout out to Aaron Work, shout out to Max Abrams and the Mog Squad. They all did their best. Even shout out to Kai Kavari, which I'll press the button later because thank you. He doesn't get applause, but also Kev on stage, he's going to do his thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we start the show off with Aaron Rourke and his 1.0 crew hanging out, doing his thing. And he's saying that, I got my crew with me, so there's no way you're going to jump me, clock it. And before we get to which I thought was going to be the bing, 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 bing. What are your thoughts on the promo EOD about Aaron Rourke?
It was fine. Like, to me, it looked like I was saying earlier on the Evolve Effect. If you ever saw Gangs of New York, it kind of looked like that. They just kind of was coming out of somewhere, looked like they were going to get ready for war, like they all had a match or something. But I thought it was fun. I like the way it opened up, the way the camera was moving as they were walking, the camera's backing up. I did like that. So I think what he had to say was what he would normally say. So it was fun. Not a match
Shauna
though.
Reed's
We'll
hard.
talk about later.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really liked it. It's one of the things that Evolve's been doing that I really like is that whole entire like, hey, here's a recap, here's what's going to happen tonight. And I really liked it because it really set up that, Aaron is here to defend this. His friends are here. So if we thought shenanigans would happen, we knew he was not going to be alone in the shenanigans. He had backup because the Mog Squad, of course, is a group of 4. But Aaron was like, I'm here. I'm going to defend this. And I've got my crew for backup.
Terrell and CJ.
Oh yeah, Aaron Rourke had the backup that he needed because he knew how the Mog Squad was coming. We know the Mog Squad do not play. They about that business, and they had to make sure that Max Abrams walk away with the prize by any means necessary. So Aaron Rourke had to have backup, and that is the smart thing you could do.
Oh yeah. You see, they tried that during that match, but yeah, I liked it though. It's good. It's nice adjusting to succession. And yeah, so hey, I got backup. I got this going on here, so you ain't gonna try to put that numbers game on me.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it was good.
My thoughts on it. Like it was a pretty cool promo. I mean, it's kind of foreshadowing that he said one thing that was supposed to be a promise and didn't really work out at the end of the show. We'll talk about that later. But now we get to the but ladies and gentlemen, specifically, this Evolve intro was based on only the 2 champions, the 2 championship matches, Wendy, Nikita, and I love that too. They showed the Max Abrams, they showed him jumping off the top rope and taking off his pants. There was one scene I typed down in the Evolve effect that at one quick screen they showed CJ Valor in the middle of the ring. And all the rest of the Mog Squad was running around him like ring around the Rosie. And I was like, what the hell is this? Why did they pick this thing specifically to say something? Okay, cool. So
It was a creative choice.
it was a creative choice. I don't know why about that. And then we get to the start of the show. Nikita Lyons versus Wendy Chu. Nikita Lyons comes out with her cat mask with the spikes on it, which I swear to God, I wish she should have used it. Honestly, that would have been freaking cool. And Wendy Chu comes out with her new graphic on the Titantron because last week it was like, because CJ was saying it, last week it was just the Asian like letters. That's it. Wendy Chu, Asian letters on the side. Now it's Wendy Chu and all 6 faces of Wendy. The evolution of Wendy, which I love that about her. Match starts. Before we even get by the way, Cardi M, the Invisible Woman, said this. Mike Rome, if you're coming to a PLE, dress like you're coming to a PLE, not to a Hamptons party.
I didn't say anything about his outfit.
I
said
said
it
that
about-
too. I was like, he's very casual. It's like, is he doing it because he's got to record
Yeah.
all of these at once? And he's like, I'm going in.
He was like, "We're still in the same workplace. I'm still dressing.
Yeah.
I want to dress."
Go on, Cardi.
No, sorry, I didn't hear you at first. Well, it wasn't even the clothes for me. It was like he didn't have like the gusto. I don't know. Like
Of saying it.
yeah, I was using the other big announcer. What's her name? Alicia Taylor. And like how the energy that she puts into every single announcer, like he should have put that level of energy into announcing this PLE.
Mhm.
And instead it was just like any other Tuesday for him.
Mhm.
Like, you know.
But he was dressed up like he hanged out with Backpack Guy. So I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, come on now.
Anyway, that's my thought.
Come on. Anyway, we love you, Backpack Guy. We miss you. Power Slap champion. Now, I got the play-by-play right here, and this is going to be busy. Yes. Okay. Woo! Let's see. Basic revert. First off, to emphasize this, the episode in terms of the match started off slow and then ramped up to something great, ladies and gentlemen. It was really slow in the beginning. In about 2 minutes, there was a bunch of reversals. Wendy kicked her to the floor. Wendy hit a somersault from the apron to the floor, and the Lions is a cannonball. By the way, Sloane Jacobs had a crystal in her hands the whole time, ladies and gentlemen. I want to emphasize on that. She had a crystal in her hands. And before the match even started, when Wendy when Nikita was walking in, Sloan's like was telling her, grab the crystal, it'll give you powers. I know. Please stop talking, leave me alone. She said that before they even got into the ring. Then back and forth this happened. Basically, at the end of it all, it was a good match, by the way. A great power bomb. Wendy did a Michinoku driver from the second rope. Wendy too did a power bomb to Nikita from this, like, just to her. It was pretty freaking cool. She did a reversal leg drop. Every time Nikita tried to do a kick, she would reverse it. She did the back arm around the back lariat once, and it worked. And the second time it didn't work. At the end of the match, Sloan Jacobs grabs the belt because Nikita's in the dirt nap, and she's not getting out. She distracts. She puts the belt to the right. She distracts the referee. The referee doesn't notice that the belt's to the right. Then Wendy gets off the dirt nap. After she does that, she goes to Sloan. Sloan jumps off. Laney hits Sloan, and at that moment, Sloan Jacobs dropped the crystal in the corner. Wendy goes after Nikita, and Nikita grabbed the belt and acted a weird way and tried to hit somebody. Drops the belt, two count. She jumps up, she grabs the crystal. Wendy's trying to go for the dirt nap, and the referee, being the dumbest referee in the history of referees, takes about 2 minutes to go to the corner to drop off a belt. Freaking when Nikita grabs the crystal, looks at everybody, I'm like, well, I'm just going to cheat. Hits Wendy over the head. Black mask for the 1, 2, 3, and your new Evolve champion, Nikita Lyons. Hooray for her. Also, Sloan was beat up, and it seemed, by the perspective that I saw, Nikita never saw that Sloan dropped the crystal, and Nikita never saw that Sloan dropped the belt. All she saw was that was a belt there, and that was a crystal. So, Shauna, your thoughts of the match, and oh yeah, by the way, Callie, Armstrong, Kendall Gray, and Xena Sterling was watching in the VIP section. So, Shauna, your thoughts about all that?
I really like the match. I mean, it was pretty obvious the writing was on the wall. I think we knew that Nikita was going to win. This was them giving her flowers for everything that she's going to do. I really liked it. I knew Sloan was going to do something, and I didn't know if it was going to be Sloan trying to do something and then it costing Nikita, and then that starting a feud between them, or she would do heelish sorts of things and allow Nikita to get the win. I would have honestly right now thought, until I saw that tweet that Wendy put out, that Wendy was going to be like, I want a rematch because of the shenanigans, how I lost, all of that. But that now leads me to be like, oh, maybe that won't happen. But I did. I highly enjoyed the match. I'm glad Nikita is getting her flowers, but I'm just really going to be interested to see who's going to step up to be her first challenger and how things are going to play out, even with her and Sloan, because when she's coming to the ring, like, she even looked like she was blowing Sloan off, and then Sloan helped her. So it's just going to be interesting to see how their dynamic changes storyline wise going forward, and what Nikita's reign ends up looking like.
Okay. CJ Whippy, Terrell?
The match was actually really, really good. I wanted to say too, sorry, KM, I forgot you was I don't know if you was there or not during the intro, but my apologies. How are you?
She's there. Cardi says they say hi to you.
Oh, okay.
She says everybody.
But yeah, I thought the match was actually really good. I sat there from start to finish. Actually, I actually rewatched it just because I thought from beginning to end that the match was actually really, really good and entertaining. I do understand how y'all feel about the ring announcing.
Yeah.
It was kind of like dry.
Yeah, he was like, he just going out shopping, grocery shopping or something, like, or just going somewhere. You ain't dressing like how you be dressing on NXT.
Yeah.
But every episode of NXT, you dressing nice.
Yeah, it's like you just threw something on, like, oh, this is Evolve. I ain't got to get all clean.
Yeah.
Like, man, Chewy was cleaner than him, but nah. But no, for real. The match was good. I liked it. Salone Jacobs pointing out the power of the crystal I didn't like that because it just sounded so amateur. It's like a kid that learned something new. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, hey, here's it. It gives you power. It's like, bro, shut up. You stating the obvious. Be quiet. Like, oh, you learned something new. Now you just gotta tell everybody. You know, no, but for real though, I thought it was cool. I liked how Nikita won because shoot, it's her time. So you gotta win by any means necessary. You gotta set the standard, and also too, being the locker room leader that she is, she gotta show people how to be healed. She gotta show people how to be the dirtiest player in the game. Kalani Jordan, I'm proud of how you stepping up and do your thing too, but you still got a lot more to learn. And Nikita Lyons, she's showing you how to win dirty and I like it. So it's her time.
Yeah, I'm happy for her though, and I'm hoping that she'll win. At least give her a run with the title. No, before they try to do here and there with her on the main roster, if they're gonna put her on the main roster. Yeah, it was a really good match too. But yeah, I want to see looking forward if that next week if we gonna have like maybe Xena might come after her since she was watching the match out there with Kylie and Kendall, which was kind of it was kind of honestly her sitting in the middle between them two, them watching the match. It was kind of weird, but hey, yeah, Bell could be the next contender. Show what you got when you already won a match last week. So yeah,
Yeah,
get
and like
something going.
yeah, and some of the dirtiest players, you know, they had their own little thing. You know, Finley he had the shillelagh. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Dr. Thumonox, he had the Dr. Thugonomics. He had the he had the chain.
Chain
You know what I'm saying? Nikita Lyons, she got a crystal. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got they, you know, got their little got their little prop.
Yeah, I get that match. I get that match a B plus.
Yeah, I give it a B plus.
Okay. Wow, B plus. All right. Before we get to EOD, Cardium, your thoughts on the match: Nikita versus Wendy. Destiny as done.
I thought it was a really good match. For a second, it almost seemed like it was going to be too predictable for Nikita to win. I thought that Sloan might sabotage her, but then she kind of did the opposite. And I also, I mean, we'll see how long that friendship lasts. It's not going to last very long. But I also kind of predicted Lady Luck coming out at the last second. But overall, I think this was, I guess, I don't know, it was a good goodbye for Wendy. Like, we got to see all the different versions of her. Yeah. So, and now Nikita's champion.
Yeah, we only saw like 3 versions of her. Sleepy, no, Psycho.
Yeah, but they showed all the pictures from like even pre-evolved.
We never saw Sleepy, like
Man.
nerd Wendy. But it's okay.
I'm Maylene.
It's okay. Yeah. And she could use that in NXT. I want to go after the NXT championship. You lose one match. You're like, oh well, I'm gonna fight you again as this type of character. And you lose that match, so I'm gonna fight you as this type of character. And you can just fight her 6 times. NXT doesn't really have good writing, so they can use that. It's NXT. Now, EOD, your thoughts on the match and the reign.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match, but I thought it could be better. I think because it was set in the Evolve Arena again, I think it just took a little something out of it. It just felt like to me, it was a good match, but it felt like a good Wednesday match, like a good Wednesday main event match or whatever. It didn't feel like it was Succession 3. And I think that had a lot to do with just the environment that it was in. I wish they bring it back to the NXT arena. But having said that, I think they did a good job with telling the story. Because I was watching it on my phone, I didn't notice the crystal until she actually used it. So I didn't even know the crystal was even there. So for me, so I was surprised about that. And I'm glad Nikita won. I like Winnie Chu. Everybody here, we always said we love Winnie Chu and she should be champion. But it's that time. It's Nikita's time now.
Oh yeah.
And like Shauna was saying, I actually thought the way they set it up left Wendy Chu looking strong, but I thought it was setting up, okay, we're going to run this back at least one more time so we can get all our ducks in a row for like the next challengers and stuff like that. But with that bio on Twitter, it's like that might have been her final Evolve episode. But as we learned before, there's been a couple people that said bye to Evolve and then just keep showing up for whatever reason, like Cam and Tate Wilder. Tate Wilder, they said, was gone. And then what happens? He just shows up for like 3 seconds in an episode, and that was that. So who knows? But yeah, it looks like Xena Sterling might actually be the first competitor. How it happens, I don't know. And everybody knows I like Xena Sterling, but you've only won one match. I don't know how they're gonna how they're gonna do this. But it was weird when you had Callie. I get why Callie was there. I get why Kendall was there. But Xena in the middle of the Titans of Evolve is like that. I don't know why that happened. So the only thing I can think of, well, usually when you're on the couch watching a championship match or a champion, that means you're gonna have a match against that champ. That's usually what that means. Carmen Petrovic proved that like a couple times. So yeah, overall I thought the match was good. Going forward with her reign, I think she can have a nice little reign, especially because I think they're really leaning into her multimedia uh, gimmick for her because, like they said, she's supposed to be on the new LFG for season 4. She's kind of on NXT. She's on Evolve, so she really is multimedia and being exposed. And hopefully, she can draw people into Evolve because people do know who she is. And that Miss Glam Slam was crazy that she did that on the apron. That I thought that was kind of
Oh
funny.
yeah.
But overall,
Yeah.
I just wish they bring Succession back to the NXT arena. I know we said it before. Hopefully they'll listen to us this time. I think it brings something to it. So I think it was just missing that little extra oomph because of that.
Yep.
And the fact they didn't have an actual altercation last week for the contract signing, like Shauna was saying last week. I think just that might have put a little bit something in because they had the storyline. Storyline was there, but I think they've actually had a better build up for a feud between Anya Rune and Capri more than they've done Wendy Chu and Nikita. Even though the storyline was there and everything, just like they kind of it's always more like in passing type of thing instead of actually like showing us like okay why you hate them. So like we all just it's all based on the last time they fought during the gauntlet match. So that's all. But overall, I give the match mm, I'll give it a B plus. I will give it a B plus. Yeah, it could have been an A, but not quite, not quite there.
Okay, I respect that. Everyone gave it a B plus. I give it like a B minus. It was a good match.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't Wendy's best match. It wasn't Nikita's best
No.
match. No,
Wasn't
Nikita's
even the
best match was
women's
actually with Carmen a
championship
couple weeks
match.
ago. Yeah, well, I mean, best women's championship match. It's gonna be like for me ranking for me. It's gonna be like 1 is Kendall Callie, 2 is the Eliminator, the first one we ever did. 3 is the one that Kendall had with Wendy, and then so forth. That's what I think in terms of women, like championship matches.
Oh.
But anyway,
Could I also add one more thing before we get to the next segment?
of course.
Peter Rosenberg, you my boy. Yeah, I love you, Peter. But Succession 1 was a movie. Succession 2
Yes.
was a moment.
Yup,
For real.
was yeah. Peter Rosenberg was kind of the audio, like just commentary was. I didn't record it or any of it because it was just kind of weird. And I did like that Peter Rosenberg said, "Oh, look at that, Xena Sterling's there. She's only won one match, but at least she's like maybe she's on the way to win." I'm like, no.
I was questioning why she was sitting there too.
Everyone in the panel was questioning why was Xena Sterling there. Like, why are you there? You won one match, and you cheated in that one match. Which
Yeah, I
these
thought she
two
was gonna do
Titans-
something.
Yeah, you got two
But
Titans. next
it
to
made
you side by
sense.
side.
It definitely made sense for Kendall and Callie to be there.
Yeah.
What was she there for?
Just there.
I don't even care if they had Natty there. Like, what is Xena doing there?
Yeah, anybody else could, like Chantel Monroe could have been there and be like, all right, cool. She was always almost there, but like Xena, nah. But B minus for me. Match was okay. I like the ending. I didn't like the beginning. Again, you guys weren't really comfortable in the beginning. You guys could see it. Once the Tiger bombs and everything else started popping up, I'm like, all right, now it started becoming magic. Slow being there, and once again, the ref, she's a really good ref, but in that moment, she's like, oh, I'm just doing dumb things. Slide the belt to the corner. 1, 2, 3 steps. 1, 2, 3 steps. Drop. Turn around. That's it. But okay.
I'm sorry,
whatever.
my back hurt. I can't really laugh the way I want, but my back hurts.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to be able to keep
No, you good, you
jokes.
Oh my god.
All right, I'll continue. But good match for me. But let's go on to the next segment, which is not gonna make me laugh. It's gonna make me freaking piss me off. Kev on stage is in the VIP section. Chewy Martinez, as a commentator, as a reporter, sits down with him, like it's Oprah, and hey man, what you doing here, Kev on stage? And Kev on stage says like he got inspired by Undertaker, Ultimate Warrior, all these people. He didn't say Hulk Hogan, so that's actually a smart wrestling fan. Like, let's just say the words that we know. Out of nowhere, from Mount Olympus, It's Gall pops in and says, "Hey, you know what you really need? You need It's Gall." I like that Kev on stage. After he said the peaks are peaking, he actually touched the peaks. He's like, "Oh shit, they are peaking. That's not that bad." He did say it was atrocious that James Cutler beat me and I had no prep time. And Kev on stage says, "You know what? You're right. So next week you have prep time. You're gonna find James Cutler again." He's like, "Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, damn." Walks away. Hey, hey, Chewy Martinez. The interview's over. Get up and leave. Anyway, your thoughts on this EOD? It's Gall versus Cutler 2. Will It's Gall lose again? Question mark.
I don't know what they're doing with It's Gall. When it comes to his win-loss rate, I will say, because it is abysmal. But I love It's Gall, so it's like I don't know what they're gonna do. Cause look like I guess the Mod Squad is like is like tabled for right now. Now he's got Cutler. Maybe he might be able to pull an EK Prosper and end up winning and still get beat down at the end. Who knows? Then it can make it 1-1 somehow. So I have no idea what they're gonna do with It's Gall. He's one of those characters that actually don't need to win and still be entertaining. So I have no idea. Like I thought they would let him win against the Mob Squad. I was wrong about that. So who knows? He probably might not even win. Like to be honest, like they're probably gonna make Cutler pilot
better
a
win.
monster. But
Yeah,
he needs to do
better
something. At
win.
least even if he pulls it out of this, if he's got to cheat, pull out this count out, however it takes
For
for him
real,
to win,
man.
just to win and have Cutler be irate about it. So even if you got to do a schoolboy, like whatever you got to do, just get it done.
Roll 'em up.
So.
Yes. Also, TJ Woofy Terrell, before you continue, I will automatically spoil next week's episode title. It's called It's Gall Has to Win, episode 67. So your thoughts on this little promo.
Well, my thoughts on it is I had hope for Chewy, but he was sitting there looking like a little fanboy, and I didn't like that. I didn't like the way he was looking at Cav. He was looking at Cav like a piece of meat. And I'm not over exaggerating.
Oh.
He was looking at Kev how I be looking at CJ.
Yeah. Lord, jeez.
Hey, what's up, Kev? What's good, man? How you feeling?
Lord, jeez.
How you feeling, baby? Why you all
He
up
sure
on him
cold.
like
He
that?
sure-
Why you all
He
up on
sure
Kev
was
like
low
that?
on him. He was.
I ain't never seen him that happy around nobody. He wasn't even happy like that when he did the interview with with Callie and
Oh, yeah.
Kendall.
Yep.
What you so happy to see him for?
It's a celebrity.
He wasn't even that happy to see Big Job. Come on now.
Yeah,
But anyway,
he's bigger
I
than him.
thought it was cool. Nah, I didn't think it was cool. He did Gall dirty. Gall has to win. He has to
He better
outsmart
win.
James. He has to outsmart him.
For real, he better win.
Maybe they do you know what? Me and you, I won a match, you won a match. Man, we could real deal be like dominating this tag team division. What you think? Bro, I'll be behind it if they became a tag team, but It's Gall has to win. And he has to win by any means necessary. Yep.
Yeah, it was yeah, what he said.
But I do got a quick question. Did this interview happen before
Yes.
or during the match? That's what I think. That's why I was always forgetting about this interview because I know they
After
did
the
do
commercial
It was
break.
after the yeah, it was after.
Yeah,
After
commercial
the
break.
match. Yeah.
Oh, this part was
Yeah.
after the match. Okay, because I know at one point they
Yeah.
cut in during the match for it was talking. I'm like, what is going
That was
Yeah,
the main
and that's
event.
when
Yeah.
he said something about like the way, and when the one that in the match he worded it somehow that it was like, and now to continue the match,
okay,
but it
I
was
got you
the
now,
match
yeah.
didn't stop. What do you mean we're going back? Like the way he worded it
Yeah.
sounded
Okay,
like it
I
was
got
like,
you
all
now,
right, there was a
yeah.
pause on the match, so we're unpausing, and the match is going on. It was like that's not what happened. The match is continuing.
Yeah, that's right. And they
It's
had
been going
Kevin
on.
at two different points. That's what it was. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. This
I'm
is
gonna say
early
maybe
NXT,
he was
ladies and
starstruck. I'm gonna say he was starstruck. I don't, but he was
Yeah.
he was around more famous people. He literally was a
He was at WrestleMania.
yeah. I don't know that. Nah, I don't know.
And you
I mean, to be fair, CJ, he was in WrestleMania around kids giving away belts and doing trivia because that's all they could do was just do trivia to everybody. Like, hey, you want to win a thing? Hey, oh, hanging out with this guy. He never really hanged out with any like wrestlers. He hanged out with like just fans. So that's his life, and that's who he is. But Shauna, your thoughts on this?
I was excited for it. I'm always excited to see it, Skull. I think this one is going to be he's come back to win, and I think he's gonna get the win. Just because he has to get it. I also think it's funny. He's like, I didn't know who I was going up against. Well, that's an open challenge. Like, I think that's kind of funny that he's like, I didn't know, I had no preparation. That's what an open challenge is. So I found that really funny that it's like, that's what they are. And that he was, but I think he's going to get the win on this one. He has to get the win. And I think if he doesn't, it's just going to be like, oh, that sucks for you. And he's just going to go back to his, his emotional support muscle being hurt again. But I think, and also he just recently did those NXT dark matches. So I think they see a lot within his character. So I think it's time that we start seeing some wins for him to really push him a little more.
Thank you for that, Shauna. It should have been. Go on, Terrell.
Oh, so I'm sorry. Speaking of the NXT dark match, I love that camera angle that they did for him when he came out, and when he did the flex, it zoomed in on him like they. That was so clean. That was so clean. I loved his interest seeing it for NXT. I was like, yeah, they really see some potential in him. I love it. And also for the panel, since Shauna said it, has anybody ever came up with an excuse as to why they lost their own open challenge, or was Gall the first one to ever say that in WWE?
He's actually the first one ever. I've never seen him. Yeah.
I'm assuming what it's called meant was it's an open challenge for the members of Evolve. This is what Evolve. He couldn't scout. He couldn't scout them out. At least if you're on Evolve, it's like, okay, at least I have some idea what to do. Maybe that's what he meant. I don't know,
but I thought it was funny because
challenge is
he's
an open
like,
challenge.
I didn't know who was going to be. This wasn't fair. And I'm like, it's
an open challenge. That's the whole point. You're not going to know who's going to come out.
No, AKA he was expecting Kai Kavari and he didn't get it. That's why he's pissed.
Oh no. Was it Heath? Was Heath Slater? When the Legends came out and beat him up, was
he was he
was he the first?
Them old, like he was challenging old legends and stuff.
Oh.
Like old legends challenge. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was just challenging old people.
It might have been Heath. Yeah, it might have been Heath.
I don't know.
He gets slaughtered every day he comes out. I'm
gonna clip that. I was lost.
Literally slaughtered.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Let's get to something that I was very disappointed, very disappointed in. Oh, last week they promoted that there's going to be a new male and female person to come in. I'm like, all right, cool. That's awesome. Yes. Then comes out Kai Kavari, which, ladies and gentlemen, I don't like to press this button anymore because it's getting really sad for me pressing it. It's not even getting funny. I mean, it's funny for me in the moment, but, it's just, I'm just going to press it.
Cyrus blew it is crazy. It's like an omen. It's like Cyrus blew it.
Now, he comes out, and I feel bad for him. I'm like, oh, Kai Kavari, who are you going to lose to? And then I see the words, and I see Kale Dixon. I'm like, who the fuck is Kale? Oh, no. Kale Dixon, welcome to Evolve. And feel. Now, here's the part that made me kind of ick. He does the emoji like he's trying to draw his genitals. I'm like, okay, that's the first thing you don't want to do in the beginning of your intro. Then on his pants, the words stud, fine, thirsty are all on his pants, just all over it. I'm like, okay, that's strike 2. Then he gets into the ring and does it again, gestures to the old ladies. I'm like, okay, fine, you're going to the unwanted list, bro. Real quick. But this match, the first thing he told Kai Kavari, oh, you're in the ring with Cale Dixon, boy. I'm like, you guys are about the same age. What the fuck you guys saying, boy? That doesn't work that way in that aspect. He was a baseball player, 6'2". This match was whatever. When Kai Kavari was actually doing defense, you're like, oh shit, Kai Kavari actually might win. Well, we all knew he wasn't. A mysterious woman pops out of nowhere. When I saw her, I'm like, is that Megan Walker? Whatever her new name is, because I don't know her new name right now. And it was Megan Walker. And I love that Kai Kavari mouthed the words and they didn't say it, but she mouthed it. Who the fuck are you? Huh? Cale Dixon does the discus, which, by the way, I just realized he copied Cassius Ohno. He did the Cassius Ohno ripcord elbow for the 1-2-3. And then Cale is thrusting on the turnbuckles, and the woman is clapping. And Blake Howard doesn't know who she is. So, CJ Murphy Terrell, your thoughts on the match? This match only lasted 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And now we see debut number 1 and debut number 2.
I'm gonna just answer real quick. I'm gonna just say mine. It's gonna get straight to the point for me. I feel bad for Kai, and the reason why I feel bad for Kai Kavari is because the announcers made it no better. Because when he came out, I don't know if it was Blake or Peter.
They say his name.
It was like
Kai Kavari.
Kai Kavari,
No,
he's
Peter.
back.
That was Peter. That was Peter.
And I was like, he's
said
finna
Kai
lose.
Kavari.
Like, yep, he's finna lose. He's finna lose.
Like,
They don't even care to see him. Kai Kavari, he's back again. I was like, yeah, it's over with. It's over with.
That's sad.
Cale Dixon, Val Venus want to be okay, cool.
Yeah,
know
Val
what I'm saying?
Venus. It's
Nice little move set. He's a heel. They was cheering for Kai, and that's the thing. They was cheering for him, and he lost this time.
yeah.
It showed up as a face. They was cheering for him, but if you're gonna do the wahoo, if you're gonna do the wahoo like a Samoan, I don't know if he is Samoan or not. But you don't be scared to say that. You supposed to have energy.
He's Iranian.
You supposed to have energy when you say it.
Yeah. No, he's actually Iranian, which is really
Okay.
weird. I'm like, okay.
Well, that makes sense. It's not in his bloodline. That's why it didn't come out natural. It looked like he was just trying to have fun, like
Yeah.
cosplay
He
Samoan.
Mm.
Yeah.
What the Tribal Chief.
That's what it was.
It was alright. Just kind of out of nowhere that Kale, it was the new arrival, which is it's some. I can probably him. He at least he doing something. Cause Chase U was pretty much just dead at that point. Cause the leaders got released. The other one left before he got released. He in a whole other group right now. He just standing there stranded. So it probably him to go involved trying to do something new and trying a new gimmick. So hopefully he'll get this gimmick going down, evolve, and go back to NXT with it. So we'll see how it do.
Now, before we get to Shauna, what are your thoughts on the match? And the fact that again, Megan Walker debuted and as a valet. And we have to remember Alexa Bliss and a couple other women in NXT started off as valets and became strong workers. Kind of feels like they just want to like, hey, we don't want to put her in wrestling just yet. Let's just give her a presence first. So what are your thoughts on that?
What are you talking about?
Shauna.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to Terrell and them again. I think it's going to be really good. I thought it was weird first. I thought she was the female that we were getting, and that's how we were introducing her. So I thought that was kind of strange. I think I said that on the earlier cast. I was like, hey, why is that our second introduction female? That's kind of a disservice to her. I will say for Kai, taking those 2 losses in those squash matches oh my gosh, I can't even think of the word. The new people, give him props for being the one to take the loss on those, to go out and do that. So the match you knew was going to be quick because it was the new person. And I had said this earlier on the Evolve effect, since we have those rumors that Thea is coming to Evolve, of course, the Chase University thing. So you kind of have to wonder, will we see something with him and her reflecting on Chase University going forward storyline? So I think it's going to be interesting to see how they retweak and rework his character, because it kind of feels, and I said this earlier too, with Evolve now, it's a really good like reset for them. Like, hey, let's bring you down, let's rework your character, let's get you back, get you going. So I was okay with it, but like I said, I was kind of upset that I was like, we're getting the second female just as a valet. That's a letdown. But as we saw later, that was not the case. So I think it'll be interesting to see how everything moves forward.
Okay. EOD, your thoughts on the match?
All right. For those of you going to be watching or listening to the Evolve effect later, I was watching this on my phone, so all I saw on Dixon's pants was the colors. I didn't know there was words on the pants. I was like, oh,
I
okay, he's
saw
got
it.
some cool little new gear and everything. I didn't know there was writing on it. I just saw the colors of it. So there you go. So that's that.
Hey, Lone.
Let me get that out the way real quick. But yeah, for me, it was kind of sad though, because the crowd was really cheering for Kai Kavari, and it's not saying a whole lot, but this was Kai Kavari's best match, I thought. I mean, because he's been squashed like basically every time.
4 times. He has the record, by the way, for the most losses in Evolve.
Yeah, so this actually showed me something with Kai Kavari and everything. But ironically, on NXT during my live stream, I was talking about, I'm like, Uriah Connors, I'm like, it's kind of weird. He was in a tag team, and they broke up the tag team just for him to be another tag team. Whatever happened to his partner? Like, what was his name again? And then someone told me, it's like, oh, it was Kyle Dixon. He's hurt. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's weird. I'm wondering when he's going to come back. Then, lo and behold, he's the guy that came back on Evolve the very next night. So I was kind of, I was like, I was just talking about him. It's like, why was I talking about him? I don't know. But I was like, I was talking about him. So there was that. And when I saw the lady come out the end, the first thing I thought of was your Cyrus blew it little thing you put on the chest, because I was like, it looked like I didn't know what he was saying. It looked like he knew her or recognized it, like almost like, what are you doing out here type of situation. And it was like, oh, don't tell me it's like maybe a former manager, former relationship, something like that, and you're out here distracting. And that's what I thought happened. So I was like, oh, Cyrus blew it with this lady. But yeah, overall it's good, and I do like the fact that Dixon is here. I'll just say it like this: if you're not doing anything in NXT, and especially he didn't really have much of a character to begin with, come down and Evolve and everything, retool your character, rework your character, do whatever, and build yourself back up and everything, so you can go back onto to NXT. Because not that Nakia Lyons really needed a character, but she developed her character a lot more because she got more screen time on Evolve. So we got to see the evolution of it even more and everything. Because she had a character, but we saw more of her character work in Evolve than we did on NXT. So maybe this looks like a whole retooling of him, because with the outfit and the, I learned more about him on that episode of Evolve than I did on NXT. In just that one match with fun facts and everything. So yeah.
My thoughts on this is that I hated this character reveal. I'm like, oh, cool, it's Kale Dixon. But then now it's Kale Dixon that it has inherited the spirit of Adonis. We lost Adonis. We didn't need him back. And now we got him back. Now with a valet. Because I'm sorry, Jackson's gone. And Aaron toned down his sexual harassment thing. So now we have someone else to do this. And then for the fact that Kai Kavari keeps losing, does Evolve have dark matches and he wins those? Because if not, how are you cheering a guy who loses all the time? Even Sami Zayn won some matches, for God's sake, back in NXT. I mean, but for Kai, you got to do something, man. Like, you got to do something fast. You're becoming the Mason Holiday of NXT. You were already that anyway. Now Mason's gone. You're done.
True.
Bum. Bye. Sorry.
True. What was the guy's name? Javier.
Yeah, Javier Bernal.
Oh, big body Javi.
Big body hobby,
Big
yeah.
body hobby.
I mean, try something else. He's happy. He's all in on the WWE. He's training all the time. He's doing the reps. I feel bad for him. But anyway, feeling bad for something else I don't understand. The unknown promo. She is fear. She is deaf. She is the person that is in your nightmares. She is the person that the IRS fears itself. She's everywhere. She's already in your screen. I love that they they photoshopped her faces in the screen. Like, oh my God, she's invading. Oh, you fear death, but fear the unknown. Now, I like this promo. I wish it was only in 10-second bits. Like, give us 10 seconds, and then next week, 10 seconds more. Next week, 10 seconds more. And then the last part where she talked Russian, which was very scary, then she debuts. But other than that, it was a cool promo. I'm happy for her. Nikita, you can't do no shit on her ass because she is bendy. So, Shauna, your thoughts on the unknown promo and question for everybody, starting with you. When does she debut? We've already got the two sets of tapings. It's already done. That's 2 months.
I really liked the promo. It was really good. Like when that appeared, I was like, okay, there's our second. It's not just the valet. We had said it on here. We thought that's who it was. So I think it's going to be really fun. I even said earlier, there's all that hullabaloo going around that WWE doesn't want the dark characters. They don't want the spooky characters. So I think it's going to be really fun to say, yeah, they do. If they didn't, they wouldn't have brought her over, for that. And I think it's going to be a really good mix in the show to have such a dark, kind of intimidating, spooky character. But I think we're gonna get a couple weeks before we see her. I don't think it's gonna be immediate. I think with that presentation they had for her, I think it's gonna be a build up. I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, here's this vignette, here she is next week. I think it's gonna be a couple more weeks and we're gonna get her introduced in a really unique way. So when she does make that appearance, it's not just like, oh, coming to the ring, here's your opponent. I think we're gonna get a unique introduction to her, what it's like. But I think we're going to get a couple more weeks of vignettes to kind of tease her.
Okay. So you with Terrell, your thoughts on the unknown and when does she debut?
I agree with Sean about like a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks. She probably debut, or she just come popped out of nowhere and attack the champion. And I love this promo, and I'm really looking forward to see what she can do because I like how the character is, and seeing her stuff on I seen her stuff on Instagram, and she gonna be something. So, I'm looking forward to her.
I like to see Nikita Lyons be like a fighting champion. Maybe she does like a title match, not every week, but like maybe every 2 weeks, maybe something like that. And then Unknown comes in, or because I know they're not gonna wait too long for her to debut, but she just come in, climb up the ranks, and she just one day it's her time to go after the title.
Okay, EOD.
All right. I really like this promo, and I said on the other show, this looked like an NXT promo, and they decided, you know what, we're just going to sit it down to Evolve for right now, just because. It looked like maybe that might not have been the plan at first, because this was the most produced thing they've ever had on Evolve. It looked crisp. Man. It was good, and we know the Tubi budget. We know the Tubi budget. What I want to see is, and I've seen a little bit of her online, but because she is so similar to Zena Sterling, I want to see her somehow maybe stalk her, because I think she's like the Unknown, kind of like not really a spooky character, more like an assassin, like a John Wick type character. She's the boogeyman of Evolve, and for some reason, go after Zena Sterling. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Y'all can. I'm not a booker. Y'all figure it out. And
CJ thought it was
side.
Zena.
Yeah, because they have the same haircut. Like, as soon as Zena gets a new look, you got somebody with the same exact haircut. So, and I'm thinking since they got such a similar look, and Xena sometimes look like she's about to become the bride from Kill Bill anyway. Like, just have her stalk her a little bit. Maybe they have a little feud. Then she turns her over to her side way before she goes after the championship, because they look like put a lot of stuff behind the Unknown. So she might become champion, if she doesn't become champion, that means she's gonna be here as long as um, Dorian Van Dukes was there and Ilya LaFleur. Like either she's gonna be there for a sip of coffee or she's gonna be the champion at some point. But I hope they go about doing it that way. I just like the whole John Wick vibe that she has, like the nightmares. Like I don't know, I like it. So already.
It was,
So I think that's what
it
they need to
was
do with her. A slow build, like a slower build. And I do agree with you. I don't think she's going to appear next week, but I hope they drop little nuggets of her appearing, and then one day she just appears and everything. Like maybe she has like a calling card or something, like some signature thing to her, like I don't know, a black flower. I don't know, just something. It's like the unknown is coming. Unknown's
Kind of what
coming.
they
Then all
did
of a
with
sudden,
like Naraku, where he was sending the
yeah,
things to Tony
yeah,
D.
yeah. And then all of a sudden now the unknown is here, type of situation. They can't do it for too
no,
long, but like just
yeah,
maybe just 2 weeks or so, then have her show up.
okay. The answer to that they can do, like, again, they have Tubi budget, so they can have like, while there's a women's match on TV screens in the background, then she just pops out of nowhere like, oh, fear the unknown, and then disappears. And then you can even do it Undertaker style. Lights go off, and then she appears in the middle of the ring. Lights go off again, she disappears. Like, you're just teasing it. You can do it on Aleister Black where it's all ominous, but if she really is if you're hyping the shit out of her, I mean, you're hyping the crap out of her. She either is like the next like secret gem Kendall Gray, or you're hiding it because you want to make her more showmanship than wrestling. Because she's very bendy and she can do a lot of wrestling if she's a counter wrestler. I've seen counter wrestlers, ladies and gentlemen. They're actually quite amazing if you know how to do it right. But before we get to the main event, there was a promo for Evolve showing all the Evolve champions. They showed Kendall, they showed Jackson, they showed Austin Theory. They sadly showed Josh Briggs, which gives an excuse for Josh Briggs to come to Evolve. Na boo boo, you're screwed on that, Josh. So, what are your thoughts on EOD? What are your thoughts on that? On the promo of like just showing all the Evolve challenge? Like they didn't show Thatcher as an OG champion, but what are your thoughts on that?
I thought it was a nice little touch showing like there's a lineage to Evolve. You have your WWE Evolve, and then you have your OG Evolve, the original Evolve champions that are still around now. So I thought it was a nice little touch. It seemed like they were celebrating the championships in this episode, like along with the opening with the champions in them and stuff like that. So I thought that was a nice little touch. Like what it has to do with maybe Briggs, because I don't think he's doing anything in NXT right now anyway. So I think last time when we saw him do anything, I think he was like reffing the match with Jasper Troy, if I'm not mistaken, and then
Yeah.
took out Carver and Troy, and I think that might have been the last time I think I've seen him or that I can remember. So I don't think Austin might stop down for Evolve 4 maybe and watch a match or something like that. But other than that, I thought it was kind of cool, like letting people know that there was an Evolve before this. So that was a nice little touch.
All right. See you with you, Terrell.
Yeah, it was a good, nice touch to show the old champions that was like back when they had it a while back. And yeah, I really like that they showed appreciation to people that had it before then. They showed like, evolves, no pun intended, like great superstars and going on to WrestleMania. So they probably gonna push that same way to the current gen of Evolve. So yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. Because I never knew that Josh Briggs was, an Evolve champion. So it was pretty cool to see that. I can't wait to see what they do in the near future because it's so much talent that that they have. Some they may end up becoming champions, some may not. But I'm looking forward to see what they do next. After this succession, especially with the female roster. I'm hyped for it.
Okay. Shauna?
I think it was really good because it kind of showed for people that maybe are just now tuning into the product as a whole that, this isn't something new, or people that might think Evolve is just some random new thing. So I think it was a really good way to show, hey, this has been here. this is what is in the past, this is what we are now, because it's the then, now, forever thing. So I think it kind of ties and kind of had that feel to it. So I think it's going to be really fun to see if some of those previous come in as like alumni, because we just saw that on NXT not that while ago when they were back at Full Sail. We had like the alumni come in and talk about their time at NXT. So maybe moving forward we may see something similar to that. So, but I think it was a good way to show like, hey, this is the new version, this is the old version, but we're still the same theory, and not Austin, but same theory that we're here together.
Yeah, I can get that. Again, I feel bad for Josh Briggs because you're going to Evolve soon, sir. They didn't have to show your face, but they did. So you're going down there soon.
Well, like
Now,
Terrell said, I didn't know he was an Evolve champion either. I remember watching Evolve with Theory was champion, but I didn't know Josh was champion. So
yeah, that's
I
Gabe
learned something
Sapolsky
new.
remembering that. Yeah, good for Gabe and bad for Josh. Now let's get to the main event. Before we get to the main event, Mog Squad comes out. He mogs the crowd. I mog you. All that stuff. He goes to the ring. Kev on stage is in the VIP section. They start mogging him. He's like, you know what? If I had hair, I look just like you guys. Just because I'm bald, you guys have hairy muscles. He kept saying that. He says, because of your antics, next week is a 3-on-3 elimination match. Mog Squad versus Mathers, Cap, or Dark Roast Jones, and Sam Holloway. Specifically on Sam Holloway. And then now Aaron Work comes in, and Mike Rome, still wearing that freaking Pemberton casual wear. Welcome, Evolve Championship, Aaron Rourke, Max Abrams, ring the bell. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this match is a vast comparison from Nikita Wendy. These people talked to each other and said, hey, I'm going to kick you in the face for real. You okay with that? Yeah, sure, go for it. Because they kicked each other in the face a couple of times for real. Snug drop kicks, snug freaking counters. At one point, and I'm just fast forwarding through this. At one point, the referee's in the corner with Max and Aaron. Aaron does a high kick. Max ducks, and the referee legit got kicked in the head. His hand was covering it, obviously, but he legit got hard kicked in the head. He was out for a minute. Obviously, and I love that Cardi M was watching this with me. Cardi M said, what a convenience that the referee woke up just to do the 3 count. And then after he went back to sleep. He just turned back around and went back to sleep. Like, you fucking lazy ass ref. At one point, I did like the lightning. I call him the lightning bug. CJ Valor. He came in, brought the belt. We had a theory a couple episodes ago thinking, can Aaron Work beat up the Mod Squad by himself? It was almost proven because Aaron Work just slid in and Max was smogging. Aaron Work super kicks Max and just beats the crap out of everybody. Then CJ comes in with the belt, hits him with the belt. Then for the 1, 2, he kicks out at 2. That's when the ref went back to sleep. Throughout the whole match, the Mod Squad was cheating. None of the 1.0 crew came out until the end. Then they came out. They started beating up each other. Holloway got thrown into the stairs, and then he was hurt. Looked like his shoulder was hurt, so he might be out. As this is happening, before that even happened, I have to backtrack, and I hate to say this. Lazy Chewy Martinez was sitting down in the VIP section, and he was interviewing what I like to call Harlem from the Bodega, Lewis, because he had a Philly blunt on his little thing the whole time. And Cardi M was like, oh, that's a cigar. I'm like, no, that's not a cigar. That's a Philly blunt that you cut up in the middle and put some nice little green in that motherfucker. So he's just coming back from the bodega from that. This is the part where I knew Aaron was going to win. Chewy Martinez tells him, what are you doing here watching the match? No, I'm watching the match. Max Abrams is a strong competitor, and Aaron Work is a strong champion, but he's never beat me. And until that happens, I'm always gonna go after the person. Whoever wins this match doesn't matter. I'm going after the championship. When he said that, I told Cardi M, okay, Aaron's gonna win because they're continuing the storyline of Harlem. Then Harlem slid in. to help him, minus the blunt because he smoked it. So he's about to help Aaron Rourke. Braxton, after his butler dropped him off, comes to the ring, pulls him out, and they have a fight. That's when 1.0 come in and help him. As that's happening, if I remember correctly, distraction. Then Mr. Aaron Rourke does a bicycle boot and a Molly go round for the 1, 2, 3. Hot Boy Summer, which Mr. Max Abrams had a shirt saying Hot Boy Summer, is canceled. Aaron Rourke is still your WWE Evolve champion. I'm gonna connect the post match. Post match, the only 2 members of teams are in the ring is Santi and McNair, and Mathers and Holloway. The security comes in, and I know EOD and everyone watching here and everyone in the past is like, okay, great.
Cap.
Yeah.
Mathers.
No, it was Captain Mathers. So when we all saw this, great, they're gonna beat up the good guys. No, they turn around and actually beat up the bad guys, or as Coach likes to say, the misunderstood wrestlers. Then they turn around, they put out their hand and say, friend. And Mathers is like, yeah, but Cap's like, I don't believe any of this shit, dude. I'm not gonna shake their hands. Hell no. But he's like, Mathers is like, come on, friend. And he gives his hand to Victor. Victor destroys him. Then Shido grabs Caps and he destroys him. And at the end of the show, note to be continued, Shido and Victor are standing tall. Thatcher just left for an excursion for 2 weeks. So we're not going to see him until not next week, the week after. So EOD, your thoughts on the match, post-match, and the tag team has been formed from security. Top flight security, Craig.
All right, so the match was really good. I could have done without all the distractions. I could see having a little bit. What I thought was going to happen was you're going to have Mod Squad interfere. 1.0 comes out to squash that, and they kind of do their thing and run to the back somehow. That didn't quite happen. And what y'all were saying earlier, that he was smart. Aaron was smart. It was a smart plan, what he said in Beverly Hills Cop, but was executed with complete incompetence because he had the numbers, but they decided to show up like 15 hours later after the distractions and everything. Like, where is 1.0 at? Isn't that why they're supposed to be here to negate the Mog Squad? And they sure took their sweet time to get out in there. They took until Harlan Lewis got in there and got taken out. I'm like, that wasn't it. But the match itself was really good. And at the end, well, hold up, let me see. The interviewing in the middle of the match was crazy to me. It was absolutely wild and insane. I'm like, I'm trying to focus on this match, but now I got to focus on what y'all talking about. And I actually thought Max Abrams was going to win this match until the Harlan Lewis interview, because when he was talking as if he's going to fight Aaron Rourke for the championship. Because the question was that how do you beat him? He says, well, he's never beaten me, so that was fine. But at the end, instead of just saying something like, oh, I'm going to fight the winner of this the winner of this match is like, oh no, I'm fighting Aaron, like basically after this. Didn't even barely mention Max Abrams at all. So I was like, I kind of didn't like that because I kind of foreshadowed them. Like, I was like, oh, Aaron Rourke probably is going to win this match now. But yeah, I thought it was too many, one shenanigan too many that happened during the match, but I get it. But it was good that Aaron did overcome all of that. So that was good. I'm gonna hear it now. I'm gonna hear it. Coaches in the building. But it was one distraction, one too many for me, and yeah, but it made Aaron look stronger because he did overcome winning the match. Now the post match, I thought this was smart how they took out Holloway with the still steps, because that way he's not going to be able to interfere in this little show off at the end. Because if you remember, it took two of them just to push him to the back, let alone try to beat him. They weren't even trying to beat him; we're just trying to just get him out the way. So he's out the way. So we got the two guys from Mog Squad in the ring. We got Cap and Mathers, and you're right. Cap was looking like, I don't know about this. I'm not about this handshake, and that's just going to be pissed because he's going to have to hire new security because Top Flight Security went to business for themselves and decided to take out everybody. So, and that's how we're leaving it. So, I thought that part of it, I thought that was kind of cool. and the fact that they took out Holloway early to kind of say, oh, why isn't he there? Because Holloway clearly isn't the one to mess with, so we got to have him not in this altercation somehow. I don't even know what happened to the other Monk Squad member. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know why he wasn't there, but yeah. But overall, the match was really good. By far, the best match of the night. Like I said, the Nikita and Wendy match was really good. If it was like a regular episode of Evolve, a regular even main event, but this felt like okay, this was like a championship match. So worthy of succession, except for the venue. So that's what I thought.
Oh my God, the man, the myth, the legend, the caretaker of the Uwu girl, Mr. Brian, Coach FCSW. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm really sorry. I overslept and I just woke
It's
up
all
like
right.
10 minutes ago and oh no, I missed the podcast. Luckily, I arrived before you guys were done. But yeah, I apologize for all of you guys who were like on time for me not being here. I'm sorry.
No, it's quite all right. It's
You in a
quite all
way
right.
different time zone.
I know,
It's
exactly. Exactly. And we can just do the recap afterwards. But either way, Mr. Coach FCSW, we'll start with this one. What are your thoughts on the main event post match that the security went for business for themselves? And Max Abrams, after which I'm not going to call interference, I'll say just cosmic chicanery, did not win the match.
I really enjoyed this main event. I was surprised by the result because I was heading into this match, especially after the first match result. I was thinking, okay, we're gonna get two new champions, but I'm actually very happy with how this turned out because, like I said in my own video, I think this does more for Max Abrams than winning the championship would have done. I feel like obviously you would be cocky if you won that championship, and we'd see a lot of character development for him, but him losing this match first, I also feel like does a lot for him because now we get to build up him. I don't know what the exact word is, but him being like a dick about it, him like going around saying, no, I didn't lose fair and all that, I think that could be entertaining before he wins the championship. So I really think this was the best result. Only thing I worry about is like Aaron Rourke, because I want to see Aaron Rourke more on NXT because I think he had a pretty good showing there, and I still hope he does. I was just kind of surprised because it kind of felt like they were like selling us on Aaron Rourke on NXT now before like this. So I'm happy either way. I'm excited to see where this whole story goes. I actually missed the old post match thing because when I watched the match and Aaron Rourke walked away, I kind of turned the TV off, so I didn't catch the old security guard thing until after I was finding clips for my own video. So I think that's cool. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen here because obviously Timothy Thatcher's probably gonna be pissed at them, but it doesn't seem like they care. So I'm excited to see like what they're all about because I don't think they yeah, I don't know, but it's kind of cool. I'm excited to see what the security guards do because they kind of feel like I know everybody said it, but the APA they kind of give off that vibes and they don't give a damn. So I'm very hyped to see what they're all about.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
CJ Wolf, your thoughts on the match, post match, the security, and the thoughts that next week they'll probably show up to Kev on stage and say, "Hey, we're here to help you. I saw what you did last week. You guys were in your own business. Like, look, Thatcher's not here, and we can beat the shit out of you. So you can take the job or not." And Kev will say, "You know what? I'm good."
Okay, first, the match was really good. I actually thought Matt was gonna win the match, win the title, but the outcome still came out pretty good. So great match, all these interference and stuff like that. ABA came in and just jumped everybody. That move that the other dude with the bandana on, I forgot his name. He had tank top on. That move was impressive. What he did on Marcus.
Yeah, too.
That was
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I forget his name. That was impressive how he did that. It was seemed like a rock bottom on two or like a slam or something like that. So that was impressive like what he did up. And now we got new two sets and another set of tag team on the show. Are we gonna get introduced to some tag titles on here now? So we bringing another tag team on here, or we're gonna bring some tag titles in the picture. So that, if they want to get some tag teams going there or now, they already kind of bombing on the roster with these tag teams as it is. So I wonder how they're gonna do that for Evolve. But if each one will go for the title, then just thinking like they're gonna get each other trying to go after the main title. So you gotta get them both go after something, which should be tag titles. So yeah, I'm just it what they it was a pretty good ending to show. See, they showing out now. They don't care. They even protect by no more. They getting everybody now. So yeah, I get that. I get that. A.
Okay. Sean, before I get to you, that thoughts of the match, post match, and the fact that technically there's 3 tag teams. There's the Top Flight Security, there's the Mog Squad of Santi and Jakari, and there's Little Big, which is Mathers and Holloway. That's 3. And Kai
Can I
Kavari
interrupt
with
real
insert
quick?
anybody. Yeah, of course.
Where did the name Top Flight Security come from? Is that like their official name? Because it just reminds me of Top Flight from AEW, and I was like, these two are not that Top
Oh,
Flight.
gee.
No.
It's a movie.
Oh, okay.
It's a movie. It's
Oh,
from the
okay.
movie next
Okay.
Friday.
Put it, yeah,
Okay.
from this Friday.
My bad. I was just wondering for a moment, like,
That's okay.
I
what?
forgot. I
I'll-
forgot all about that tag team. My bad.
Top five
Yeah,
security, word.
yeah, I know, but like I call them Tie Flight Security because they're just hood as hell, and they're just I don't know, just something about them like they want to go in business for themselves, like Top Flight Security. But either way, Shauna, your thoughts on the match, post match, and we have 3 tag teams. Will there be a 4th one?
Yeah, so I really liked the match. I went into this really thinking that Max was going to win because of Aaron showing up on NXT, and I thought this was a good way. If he didn't have the title, he could kind of start doing the double duty that we've seen everybody to eventually get him there full time. So I was really shocked that he retained. I was happy he retained. But sometimes and I said this in the Evolve, the podcast earlier, sometimes having that heel with the belt makes the better storyline for the good guys trying to get it back and off of them. So I was kind of seeing that was going to go that way. And I also said earlier that the shenanigans, I don't mind shenanigans when, they're there, but I feel like everything that happened with like Harlem and Braxton and all of that took away from Aaron and Max's moment in this championship match. So I feel like if you were going to have it, but don't have it during the match. Don't have that interview because I just feel it took away from them and their moment. That's just a personal thing. But I do think that 1.0, when everything was going down, I was like, where are they? Did someone forget to tell them to go? Were they standing around Gorilla just like, yeah, oh shit, I got to go out there now to get there. And I kind of saw the writing on the wall with the tag teams. It was like something's up with them because they're not following what they're supposed to do. They're real shady. They're real fishy. So seeing them as a tag team now, I think is going to be great. And I can't wait to see how it plays out when Thatcher gets back, that he's like, what did you do? I hired you to be security and now you're, put yourself on the roster. So I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be interesting to see how the tag team elimination match works out next week with these results. And really interested to see if we will get a run back with Max and Aaron for the title to get it eventually on Max, or will we see someone else? Maybe it'll become a triple threat between Max and Harlem once he gets through this DQ. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how that plays forward going on.
Harlem will lose his mind if that happens.
Yes, I was
right?
talking about
But
Harlem
could you
right now.
imagine though? And then
Again.
Man.
Now, I want to go back to last week, to my favorite clip, because every time I go back to listen to last week's episode, it always goes back to the clip of Terrell saying, like, how many freaking side jobs do you have, Harlem Lewis? Are you Peter Griffin? So that's one of my favorite parts that he said last week. But we also talked about, he also said this, Harlem Lewis, you have too many origin stories. EOD said this too. We were high on the fact that we thought Harlem Lewis was going to go off the belt and win the championship. That's true. Completely true. However, because of what he said in this promo, I feel that we're still on the trajectory of Harlem going after Aaron for the belt. They just did this a weird way to get there. Weird ass way. Also, for Shauna to correct the fact that there was an interview of Lazy Chewy interviewing Harlem, the camera should have been behind the couch, and as they're talking, you see the match in the background. That would have been a perfect way to be like, hey, Harlem, what do you think about Aaron Rourke? And he's talking about Aaron Rourke, and he's looking at Aaron Rourke, and you can see it. Because I don't
even had like a picture-in-picture kind of a thing, like something.
You don't have the money for that. So I'm just saying, like, just camera tricks. They don't have the money for We all know they don't have the money for like cool little kid picture in picture stuff. But Mister 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 Coach, we're gonna go backwards here. What are your thoughts on the Kale Dixon versus Kai Kavari? I'm not pressing the button again, and the fact that Megan Walker has debuted as supposedly Kale's valet, and Kale Dixon, Adonis 2.0 and Evolve.
First of all, Kale Dixon is punching way above his weight with his girlfriend. Like, no disrespect, man, but like that's a bit high tier
That
for
sounds
you.
like disrespect.
Also, yeah, I feel like that was a very weird match. No respect to Kale Dixon, but like he's not the surprise I was expecting to see. And especially having a Kai Kavari match on Succession 3, that's like I don't know. I felt we could have done something more. There's a lot of other matches that I think deserved this spot more. Like Arlen Lewis and Braxton Cole. As much as I want to see that be over, I think that could have been placed in this spot instead. Or Arnia Ruin versus Gianna Capri. That's also a pretty good feud that was built that could have used this spot. I don't see why we couldn't have just done this next week or last week instead, because it's a pretty major spot. Like what you're gonna get 2 or 3 successions a year, if even. So I feel like we should have handled the spots on the show more. But the match was, it was okay. It was there. I guess it was just to show off Kale Dixon and Megan Walker. I'm excited to see what the situation is between them. I think the debut was cool. So yeah, I just wish something else was here instead. Really, I didn't hate it. Just could have been something else.
Okay. Speaking of which, what are your thoughts on Vanta, the unknown? She is fear, she is deaf, she is the thing of nightmares, and she has arrived to evolve.
I'm very surprised she's coming to Evolve. I said this on my video too. I thought she was gonna go straight to NXT with like the momentum she had online with how much people were talking about her. She felt like a straight to NXT type of person. But I am very happy she's on Evolve. I'm really curious to see what she's about because like from the clips I saw of her, like that spin kick everybody was talking about where she was like spinning around and that was really sick. So I'm excited to see her here. I don't know, like I feel like she's gonna be the new evil Wendy Chu, just like a lot cooler. And again, no disrespect to Wendy Chu. But yeah, I'm very hyped. I think she's gonna be a great addition here. I'm just like I said in my own video, she's gonna be one of the few people I'm actually tuning in to see like what's happening because like something about her is just she has a solid gimmick and I'm excited to see what it's all about.
And to add on to this, she has way more numbers in terms of social media than Nikita, ladies and gentlemen. Way more. So yeah, oh yeah. Like before she changed her name to Vanta the Unknown in Instagram, she has about 1 million plus. So
I'm gonna check that right
and
now.
now she's Vanta the Unknown on Instagram. She changed it. You can check it out. We're doing this live, ladies and gentlemen. Live now. I before we get to this, while coach is thinking about this, what are your thoughts on the Nikita Lyons versus Wendy Chu match and the fact that Wendy Chu just tweeted by and supposedly and allegedly she's gone from Evolve. That's it. She's just gone. She might be going to AAA. She might be going to NXT. One of those two.
Me now.
Yes.
I'm happy for Nikita Lyons. I think everybody here wanted this to happen, and like well deserved. I'm just still surprised of what's happening with like the NXT stuff with Nikita Lyons and Natalia. Like, I wish we didn't do that. It doesn't bother me because Nikita Lyons winning is still great. I think she's the best option you have for a champion right now. Kind of just a bit irritated with what's happening on NXT and how they're treating Evolve. But yeah, the match was really good for me. I really liked the match. I'm really happy for Nikita Lyons, man. I've been pushing for this since when Nichu won the championship. Like when we had that massive, would you even call it a battle royal thing? I've been pushing for her to win this championship the whole time. So I'm excited for Wendy Chu. I hope she goes to NXT, man. I feel like she has a lot of pure babyface energy, at least this specific incarnation of her. And I don't feel like we have that on NXT right now. We have a lot of baby faces, but like all of them have some sort of edge. And I feel like Wendy Chu could bring a whole new dynamic to the NXT women's division. Plus, I feel like it's just time she gets a spot to be treated big on NXT because last time she was kind of relegated to being the spooky character and not really a serious championship contender. So I want to see that for her on NXT too.
I want to apologize for myself. I thought I was right about the numbers, and I love numbers. I was wrong. Vontae the Unknown has 146,000 followers, and Nikita has 1.1 million followers on Twitter, on Instagram. Twitter's a whole different beast. But this is the point that I think why they took her to Evolve. It's about the numbers. It's all about the numbers right now. Nikita has 1 million followers. The majority of them are going to watch her on Evolve. Vontae has this many followers. Megan Walker has this many followers. Kale Dixon has 20 followers, so like 10 of them will go see Kale Dixon. I'm sorry, Kale. You're gonna be on the unwanted list. Literally, your pants, the words thirsty, stud, and fine are on them. You're not thirsty. You might be thirsty.
He's not Jackson Drake. He's not gonna
Exactly.
Maybe
you don't earn those rights.
He's not Dr. Thirst yet. He's trying to get to that doctorate.
Yeah.
I hope
Cardium isn't gonna go after you. Sorry.
Ooh,
And then he's talking about he's a stud. And then talking about being a stud. Gall is not putting you on the studometer.
No,
you're gonna be in the same category with Chewy.
Yep. A 0. The thing doesn't even go that low, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't even go that low. But I would shout the Cardi M. Coach says
doesn't even go that low.
Doesn't even go that low. And Cardi M's next to me, so I have to tell her. Cardi M, Coach says that that Kale Dixon's not coming after you, so you're good. And she's not turning around, and she doesn't care. There she goes. There she goes. Coach says that Kale Dixon's not coming after you because you're good.
Oh, I think I don't know how.
She says, "Oh, I think I don't know how to feel about that, so it's okay." That's
Don't
how.
worry,
That's how.
Tate Walden is broken finger still after you. Don't worry.
Oh, I like that. Tate Wilder.
Is it bad that when I see Kale? Is it bad that when I think of Kale Dixon, I think of Ashton
They're
Kutcher?
happily married. I love that.
Yes. Yeah, Anya Rooms does love Coach, and the many wives that he has.
Yeah.
Legally.
I want to know their names. Many wives.
That's his legal choice if he wants to tell you the names of his wives. I can't tell you that, honestly. That's his choice. Other than that, that's actually Evolve as a whole, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have our final thoughts because Coach came in a little late, but I'm thankful that he came in. Thank the gods. Next week, we'll talk about predictions for next week. Next week, we have It's Gall versus Cutler Part 2. So, yeah, Coach, what's your thoughts on this? Predictions. It's Gall versus Cutler Part 2. We have the Mog Squad versus ID 1.0. However, Holloway got hurt at the end of the match, so we don't know if he's going to pop up next week. We don't know. So Kev on stage might put something in there. And we have the no DQ match between Harlem and Braxton. And Kale Dixon is going to dress the Evolve universe. So what are your thoughts on that, Coach?
I'm actually kind of excited for Brooks Jensen versus It's Gal too. I don't know what changed, but for some reason this whole the whole promo package between him and Kev on stage. I don't know what that means, but sure. But yes, I'm low-key excited for it. I don't know. I kind of want whatever the last Dark State guy's name is. I forgot it right now. Don't blame me. I kind of hope he wins. Cutler James. Miles Bourne is in my head.
Why? Hold on, wait. Hold on. Why do you want Cutler James to win? This is the most biggest paradox in It's Gall's live.
I think
It's Gall's has a second match. You can't lose twice. Huh?
I think it would be funny. I just think it would be funny if It's Gal lost again.
Okay.
Like
by the way,
sometimes losing is more entertaining than winning, and I think him losing would be more entertaining.
It's not. We've already done this theory with Kai Gavari
because of his character. That is true.
Yes. Which, by the way, he receded back to his asshole character. Instead of having character growth, he went right back to being a dick again. I'm like, oh man.
That's why he needs to lose. He needs to realize like he can't be this way. So let him lose again. Like imagine you have to say. Imagine you have to say, I lost to him twice. You lost to that guy twice.
Yeah. And also the Cutler James twice. I'm like, that's an embarrassment. That's worse than a bad tattoo on your backside. Yeah. Yeah. But also, to answer your question, Rachel, Leah, Ruth is actually the names of your wives, Coach.
Oh,
That's what he said. There you go.
I must be a very bad husband because I don't recognize any of those names right now.
We can contest to that, sir. All right, Shauna. Your thoughts on next week's show and final thoughts of the episode? Because basically that. Just all those previews next week.
I still think the Braxton Cole and Harlan Lewis match should have been on last night instead of the other match, the premiere match. We could have done just like a vignette or something. I think that to tune into Succession, if this is supposed to be like the biggest event, I think a non-DQ match fits that criteria. Plus, I think it would have taken away from the shenanigans in the match to take away from Aaron and Max. I enjoyed it. Like our happy Nikita won. She deserved it. So, hands down. And I think next week, I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Kev on stage there, because we don't know what's going to happen. What's he going to do in the moment? Storyline wise, for when Thatcher gets back, especially with the security going rogue, and who knows, maybe they may try to play it off, when Thatcher gets back, that they're not, and kind of seeing there. But I'm excited. I enjoyed it. Looking forward to next week and seeing how the stories go from there. But if Sam is out, I could see Aaron possibly stepping into the tag team match to replace him there. And so some of the other storylines we're building up, I would just like to see more of that, especially with like Anya and Gianna, see what's going on with Megan, all of that. So I think we've got a lot of good storylines that were built up last night. So it's going to be interesting to see how they continue on, and also how it's going to play out if we will see some of these, I said this earlier, some of the ones that have been doing double duty for NXT and Evolve, if we're actually going to see them back, or are they officially done now that Succession 3 is over with and we got these new players in? So I think it's going to be interesting going forward.
I want to chip in before we move on. I kind of hope Braxton Cole refuses to wrestle the match unless Harlem Lewis fights the match in a sling. I want to see him be forced to fight the match wearing an arm sling.
Dang.
He didn't have an arm sling. He before you came in, he was in VIP section with a blunt in his ear, so he might be coming a little high. So that's something.
He still needs an arm sling. Braxton Cole literally forcing him into the job he wants.
Yeah, that'd be funny. You have vignettes of that if they have them. Okay, fine. CJ Movie Terrell, your thoughts on next week's matches, and just your thoughts.
Yeah, looking forward to those matches next week. The 6-man was gonna be interesting with Sam Holloway. Like he could be out. See, substitution to the team. And what else? Really. I actually thought Harlan Lewis and Braxton Coleman would have been last night Succession. Like they were building up for these two to fight each other from their first match they had, which ended up with a DQ. So yeah, I think you do like to end it. They'll have it on session. So it's kind of weird they're not having it on there, but well, see, you're looking forward to that match, and really see what Nikita gonna do, because a celebration, they might pull the celebration out of her winning the title, and knowing her, she might pull a big one. So I look forward to that if she does it. But the show overall, I give it a A-, because the new arrivals kind of was a little was down for me, because Kel did like it's alright, but he could have shown more to the person up there besides, because he ain't newish, but it could have been better. But looking forward to the women though. The women, like, they're doing more than the men. Like the women getting up with their roster, so really looking forward to them. And right, it's gone. It's gone. It seemed like he was gonna lose though. I want him to win, but I had this feeling he might lose this match. just for the hell of it, but I hope he wins. So yeah, overall show, it's A-. They pretty good.
Overall show for me is a A-. I'm looking forward to the 6-man tag. I actually like that Kev on stage turned it into elimination style because like playing the wrestling games and stuff, I love doing elimination style tag team matches when it comes to 3-on-3s and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think that match gonna be pretty long.
They're probably main event most likely.
Yeah, definitely. It's Gall. He has to win. Nikita Lyons. Yeah, she definitely needs a celebration. And they need to just go all out. I think it's gonna be funny. I can't wait, man. For real, she got that W. But no, for real. I'm looking forward to seeing what she does. Cause hey, when did you call her the queen of social media, whatever? Hey, she finna act the fool, and she finna act 10 times ballistic.
I'm surprised she
I can't wait to see it. Oh, it's coming.
Yeah,
It's coming.
She's posted.
Yes. I need to go look.
Oh yes, yeah.
You see in that championship belt. I saw that video earlier.
Now did she? Yeah, she did post a cartoon, right? I think Alex shared that she drew like a doodle of her busting Wendy in the head.
Yeah.
That was Jada Parker. No, that was Jada Parker.
Oh, that was Jada Parker.
That was Jada Parker busted.
Okay.
Yeah, Jada Parker made that picture. Jada Parker made that picture, and that was like the representation of Nikita. And then Nikita said, "Oh, that's so cute that you work through your feelings. How about you kiss my grass and then worry about that later?" I'm like, damn, all right, that's pretty good.
Whoa. Well, something feels weird. They're busting
I'm looking forward
social
to
media. That's kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
They're weird people, ladies and gentlemen. They're weird people, but that's his life. Is EOD?
Oh, and then
thoughts on
and
next
APA.
Go on, Terrell.
I'm sorry. APA, that move that he did, like that rock bottom, going into the sidewalk slam, that the security guy did at the end. I think he should call it bed rock. I don't know, or call it Pookie Low.
Okay.
Call it crack rock. I don't care. Call it crack rock.
Now to answer Jeff, probably in a month, because like if she's not in the next 2 sets of tapings, then she's not gonna be here for a while. But we want Chantal back. We lost the other one, which I really feel sad, but we need Chantal back because now Nikita again, Rose Gallery. Every person that went after Kendall, went after Wendy, they can all go after Nikita because Nikita is an opportunistic heel, which means that she, like I said, she will win by any means necessary. There is no heel of babyface. It's just I'm just trying to win, just like Xena.
Where do you guys think Chantal Monroe would have been right now if she didn't get injured? Like, where on the roster would she fit in right now?
This would have been a 3-way. It would have been Wendy, Nikita, Chantal, because they all have history with each other.
Yep, and
So
that
it
would have been a phenomenal triple threat. But do you think Chantel would have won?
No, it would have been Nikita. Like it was already written in the stars. Like if Nikita wouldn't have joined Evolve, it would have been Chantal in the stars. But since Nikita came in, Nikita is just like Wendy. She's there for 3 months, trying to help another person.
She been on one. She been on one for sure. Like it. With the thing I like about Nikita becoming champion, which is crazy, it feels right. It feels like it was perfect timing.
It was organic.
Because when the pot, they did it when the pot was hot. The pot is hot right now for her, so they put the belt on her. But it seems like for some reason in recent times, it seemed like even after Black and Gold, it's just been times where like even in NXT, people get championship belts, but they get it at the worst time. You know what I'm saying? But right now, it makes so much sense for her to be champion.
I think a good example when TNA put the belt on Joe Henry was just too late. They kind of took too long with it. I feel like they did this with the perfect time because there's a lot of talk about Nikita Lyons, good or bad, but like there is talk about her. So I think you're right.
Yeah. But look at Tony D right now. Tony D has the belt, and he has the wrong time for that right now because there's too many people in the kitchen that want that belt. That if they had the belt themselves, they can set apart their own legacy. If Oba was still in NXT, it would make sense for Tony D to have the belt. But now that he's gone, you're a kingdom, but there's no one around. Like honestly,
Yeah. Yep.
oh man,
They did right. They did right by Nikita. Like I know it's her first title out. She's been there, but now that like she has literally evolved, become the best version of herself, she has done work. She has done the training. She has done the social media personality. She has got the crowd over. Forget the haters. They suck pickles. Deep throat them too for a living. And yeah, Nikita Lyons, she's doing her thing. So hey man, hey, she's doing her
oh my
thing, bro.
god.
Shout out to
Now
whoever booked and evolved. They did right.
Gabe Sapolsky. He's the one that usually like he was the original booker of the original Evolve. So that's why I trust it. Like he understands the product. But now the answer to this question, do you think Miss Parker challenges her in Evolve? I do. I kind of think so, and it's a curse for Parker. This is why. If Parker goes down to Evolve to challenge Nikita for one-off, and it's a great match, you know she's going down to Evolve. I just tagged her on Twitter. Like Evolve needs Parker. I hate to say it. Evolve needs Parker. Evolve is gonna get Hale, and Evolve needs Adriana Rizzo. Those three ain't doing nothing. So you need to come to Evolve, set up your stage. You get to fight the unknown. You get to fight Gina Sterling. You get to fight all these new players because you ain't gonna fight the same people that you're fighting in NXT. Guess what? Like freaking Ariana Grace will beat you with a roll up. That's your legacy. She will beat you with a roll up, or Natty beats you. And I did like that OTM reunited just to say to Jada Parker, "Are you a good?" No, I'm not good. I'm like, yeah, that's character growth that should have been happening a year ago. But that's just me. That's just me. Great show. I give this a B plus, only because it's Kale Dixon. I'm sorry. We already had sexual harassment like allegations with Aaron Rourke. You bring back the thruster of penises with freaking Kale Dixon. No, thank you. I'm good. Not my thing. And Chuy Martinez sitting down the whole time doing interviews. Mean Gene wouldn't even dare doing that, sir.
Hey, let him be. The weight's getting to him. Like the weight's bogging him
No.
down.
I'm not doing fat jokes. I'm doing lazy jokes. You are so lazy to stand up and put a microphone in the vicinity of the person's mouth. Sorry, sir. Do better. And also the Shauna.
His name is
also
Chewy for a reason.
No, I hate
His
Chewy
name
because
is Chewy
Shauna's
for a
right.
reason.
No, I messed up. That I'm not doing fat jokes. But either way, and Shauna's right. This is a match. Why are you interrupting a match for an interview? Why? We only get 45, 48 minutes of the show, plus commercials.
Well,
So don't take
Chewy's
that from
defense,
us.
they were sitting down too, and he's a pretty tall person, so you know it would have been kind of awkward them sitting if the other person sitting down while he's standing up with the mic. It was already bad enough the one during the match. I mean, so
We
like,
don't need to
so
see
him
Chewy's face. It's fine. Give me his arm. It was working last couple of weeks. Just show me his arm. That's all we need. And he was messing up
Also,
there too.
talking about this, what was Mike Rome wearing for tonight? Like, he was not dressed very professionally at all. Like, he was just in
Thank you.
casual dress wear out there.
We said the same thing in the beginning of the show, Coach. We said that like
Oh,
he
okay.
was dressed for the Hamptons, just going out on a Saturday, hanging out with his boys. I'm like, this is not what like, oh great. Like in NXT, you dress up super fancy for a fucking Shiloh Hill match, but you won't dress up fancy for 2 championship matches. You know it's true.
He looked like
Ridiculous.
he looked like a villain for a new Hangover movie.
Look like the villain from Malibu's Most Wanted. That's the villain right there. His
Yeah.
brother-in-law.
Like some spoiled rich kid.
Yes.
Some rival kid.
With the fucking frosted tips. Like you got frosted tips. I can't look at you, Johnny Bravo, other than that, sir. But let's just go around.
Johnny Bravo.
All right. He looks like Johnny Bravo. EOD, let's go around the board. EOD, tell them where they can find you. Let's end this show.
All right, you can find me at linktree/endofdays33, where you'll find my YouTube channel, EOD33 Wrestling Hub, where I do my watch-alongs. Evolve watch-alongs is Wednesdays at 8 p.m. standard-ish. So anywhere between 8 and 8:05, I try to start the stream. So there you go.
Oh, I like the CJ Wolfie and Terrell. Final thought. I'm sorry. Tell them where they can find you. We got a comment that says here, he should be replaced by a robot. I think a robot would make sense.
Dang.
Just a robot arm. That's it. With a hand
Oh,
from Mike.
Jeez.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. But you can find me on my link tree. I have all my sources through there. Linktree/TJ Wolfie 15. And you can give me a good like and subscribe and share.
Oh yeah, man. You can find me on Linktree. For real, Terrell is going to be in the description of this video after the live, or even during the live. You will be able to see it. All our links, everybody on the panels links. You know what I'm saying? And my wife, for real love 15. We just posted 2 new videos. We talked about how the Queen of the Ring bracket in WWE was sewage water, and the King of the Ring bracket was poo poo. It never made sense, and even the progression of it. It did not make sense to how it progressed. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, Shauna, your thoughts. Sorry, where they can find you. Also, breaking news: Mr. CJ Valor will be fighting Aaron Rourke for the Evolve Championship in the ID Showcase in Atlanta. So shout out to CJ Valor.
Ooh.
Good for him.
Well, yeah, because he has that other title
what's
right now
married.
too. Yeah, so I am Shauna Ritori. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads. Mainly do wrestling content, and then I also do horror book recommendations.
And Coach FCHW, where you can find them on Coach FCHW on YouTube. Tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, Alex just said it, so I don't even need to promote myself. You can also find me on Brian FCHW on Instagram. And then I will do something special next week. I will actually arrive on time. That's the first thing. And then secondly, I will make a list of every single one of my wrestling wives. Not wives overall, that's too much. Every single one of my wrestling wives. And I will name them one by one at the end of next week's episode.
Wait a minute. There's an overall wives? How many wives do you have?
A harem.
I don't have count. I just know there's a lot.
Okay. All right. You can find... Check us out on Wrestling Super and Friendos on Spreaker, Apple, Spotify, and anywhere you can find us. Episode 67 is coming. 66 is coming out in a couple of days. Find us at PWF Wrestling on YouTube, and find me on Rico Reactions on YouTube. RICAN Reactions. On the road to 5,000s, and honestly, just trying to get monetized. I got like 700 hours to do, and shorts are a bitch. But stay healthy, stay happy.
Oh yeah.
The hours are just so ridiculous. Stay healthy, stay happy, and understand that we do wrestling because we love it. Fightful will call us the #1 podcast in the world of Evolve eventually, whether they like it or not. And the Evolve Effect is the #2 podcast in the world of Evolve. But we do this because we love the wrestling. We love the fact that we have been thank you for that, Terrell. We have been telling you for a year, this is the show to watch. And guess what? People that are going up to the roster, hey, that Aaron Rourke match at NXT was awesome. Yeah, we already had 3 of them in Evolve. Hey, Keanu Carver's a beast. Yeah, he punched the wall in Evolve. Hey, Jackson Drake's a great wrestler. Yeah, we've been seeing that, and he's a misogynistic bastard in Evolve. Like, we've been saying this shit. Watch Evolve.
Lady, though.
Going on 3 years, man. 3 years, boy.
Well, year, but yes, 3 years. In
3
Evolve
seasons.
time. 1
3
year.
seasons.
3 seasons. 3 seasons. Yes, 3 seasons. 1 year and 2 weeks. But stay healthy. Stay happy. We'll see you next week. Saturday's episode, we're going to talk about, and I hate to say this, Jada Parker, Kale, Thea Hale, and Adriana Rizzo. The fate of those 3. Should they go to AAA? Should they go to Evolve? Or should they go to, where I like to say this now, ROH, the land of opportunity? Look for Zeta Steel. She'll smile and say, she did it. I'll say that. Good night, everybody. And Chewy, you still suck? That's your problem, not mine.
Oh boy, he's got a fresh spray tan. He's looking like a million bucks right now. Guess who it is, dummies? It's Gal. With a massive shout out to the PUWF crew. We're talking Terrell, CJ, Love, EOD Wrestling, Coach FCHW, and Cardi M. Oh yeah, you guys have been covering WWE Evolve since episode 1, and much more importantly, you've been talking about me. It's Gal. Every single week. Smart move, dummies. You know greatness when you see it, when you smell it, and right now it smells like mint condition. No competition. Oh yeah. I was also asked to rank Chewy Martinez on the Statometer. Am I seeing right? Listen, I looked at Chewy, I looked at the charts, and the Statometer doesn't even go that low. So Chewy is not even in the books. But I want to thank you guys for being fans of It's Gal. And don't forget, you got to keep it lean, keep it tight. The abs are blazing through the night. Oh yeah.